Hello and welcome to It's All Geek to Me, the pop culture chat show where geeks get together, talk to other geeks about geek-related things, and we all have a big geek out about the week's events. With me, as always, there are a couple of geeks. We've only got a couple, actually, this week. We haven't got a full house like we did last time. We've got Nathan Webb's in.
Geek down.
And we've also got, he's under a different name as always, it's our old friend Gary Miceli.
Gary Miceli.
Big T Moore.
How are you doing, you son of a gun?
How are you guys?
Good, yeah, good.
Man,
I've been on for a
right.
couple of weeks. It's been 2 weeks or a week.
Had a few weeks off, haven't we?
Yeah. 2 weeks. So we're back.
We're back. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
Welcome if you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Welcome. Leave some comments. Interact with the show. Tell us what you've been doing, and we'll get along famously on here. Let's put our things up. Look at that. You know, no messing.
Also,
First things first.
How's
the piano selling going, Gary?
Oh, it's you know what? To really round off my day, nothing is better than to speak to you two. So,
Jeez, nice to see a guy happy in his work. I could sell pianos, easy peasy.
If I was working in New York, Gary, I would not be saying that all. I'd go, I'm off, looking around New York. I'll be out there running around.
He lives there all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Full time.
I have a question for your audience and for you both to start off this show.
I'm intrigued.
If you had a lightsaber, but you could pick any color, what color would you pick? Any color, anything you want.
I'd have a red end.
You'd have a red end.
No, I think a green, actually. Green.
Green?
I don't know.
They look pretty cool in green. Yeah, I'll go with green as well.
Bobby Blythe, see you. Hello, Bobby.
Pick any colour from the rainbow. We both pick the same colour of a lightsaber colour that already exists.
Roland Rose, is it not red? No,
not red. Okay,
Also,
what about you, Gary? What colour's your lightsaber?
I'd say like a light blue. Definitely light blue.
Green.
Also, here's my follow-up question. If you could turn it on in any way, how would you turn on your lightsaber?
I'd think about it. I'd go, Kwah. You go,
just give it a bit of that. I'd lick it. Give it a big lick.
Right.
Like
Hang on a second. I just got a dry tongue.
I bet people have missed us on this show talking about hard-hitting subjects like this.
You know, yeah.
Good question.
Cut straight to the quick.
It is a good question, that. I mean, we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan this week, aren't we? So if anybody's not seen it who's joining in tonight, it's the hot topic, obviously. Wind up the show. Well, thanks for watching. That's it for this week. You're right, Bobby. Start while we're ahead.
Whoa.
Place it down
right.
Bam.
I'll put my special light on, otherwise Gittins will be sending me a message.
I
noticed you didn't have your light on.
I'd rub the lightsaber a little bit, like a genie lamp.
Yeah, I can see you rubbing a lightsaber.
I could see you rubbing one out, Gary, to get it going.
I'm going to stick with the lick.
Yeah.
Stick with a lick.
So we've got, I don't know if this is new or not, there's a Thor little trailer. I don't know. I'll put it on. Should we watch that to get the ball rolling tonight?
Yeah, let's roll this ball.
Let's do it.
Roll it.
Let's put the ball.
There's a maniac who seeks to end us all. I'm putting together the greatest team ever.
Are you packed? Yes.
We've got Korg.
He's my best friend.
Yes. There's my ex-girlfriend Jane. Valkyrie.
This is the best day of my life.
The Guardians.
Giant Groot. And giant goats.
Oh, look at those. They are wonderful.
Yes, they are. They also scream quite a lot.
You said this would be a relaxing holiday. I said it was going to be like a relaxing holiday. Human handshake. It's the Asgardian shake. Into the snake that you cannot trust. Really dragging this out. And finish the classic Asgardian high one.
In theaters July 8th. Tickets on sale now.
What do we think? What do we think?
Well, to be up, there's some more jokes in the thing, because that was a lot of jokes, wasn't it?
It's a lot of jokes. It's going to be joke-packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the shortest one, isn't it? Isn't it the shortest Marvel movie they've done? Like, full stop.
It is. It's 24 minutes long.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Won't we?
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some people reviewing it after they came out of the premiere last week saying it's really good. And I thought,
oh, would it them like Vox Pop
Well,
things they
that's
do
true.
where somebody comes out and he's clearly working for Disney and they go, yeah, it's the best Disney film I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, you need to go see it now.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think
I could see Rich on one of them. Rich could do one of them Vox Pops.
Gittins. No, the other Rich.
Yeah. The other one we know.
So what else is going on, kids? What's happening?
Bit of news. I don't know. We haven't got much news actually. I saw this earlier. I don't know if this is new or what. They've announced that the Game of Thrones spin-off's going to be called Snow, which is pretty obvious, isn't it? It's like it's about Jon Snow. It's going to It's either going to be called Jon or Snow or Jon Snow.
There's something a bit weird though, don't you think? That they're doing this prequel to Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and that's coming out next month.
Yeah,
and they've got all these other things lined up, and the next thing they've announced that's coming out is something that nobody really wanted or asked for or knew was coming. This Jon Snow thing. What happened after? Well, I don't know. Didn't enough happen in Game of Thrones with him? What else is it? I don't know, man. We'll see.
I don't know.
Never say never.
Again, yeah. Martin's here. Martin.
Hey, Martin.
What I missed? You missed. What colour lightsaber would you have, Martin?
What colour?
Any color lightsaber you can have, and how would you turn it on?
Yeah. What would you do to turn it on? Yeah.
What would you do?
It's a good one.
It's a good question.
So, I'm assuming, Gary, what have you been watching, man? Have you caught up with Stranger Things yet? Have you been watching? What have you been watching?
You know, the thing that I was watching today some of Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Well, we'll come to Obi-Wan, obviously. That's going to be the big discussion, innit? Have you watched? I'll tell you what I watched the other day. Actually, I did watch Man vs. Bee. The Rowan Atkinson.
Dude, me and the wife and the kid watched it yesterday. It was brilliant.
Is it?
It was brilliant.
It was a nice, light-hearted little thing.
Yeah, man. There's not enough comedy like that. It stuck to those old-fashioned, like Pink Panther type comedy. You know what I mean?
And that's what he's all about, in it, Rowan Atkinson. But I will say this: I don't know why it was a series. Why not a movie?
I don't know, because it was in 10-minute snippets as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bit strange.
They could have just stuck it all together.
Did you feel like we did, that they pitched this as a Mr. Bean movie and he just said, no, I'll tell you what, I'll do it, but you've got to I want to talk. I don't want to do it as me. It felt so Mr. Bean.
Man versus
Bean. Doesn't it? The humor.
Yeah, B versus Bean, that would have been a great little, Yeah, it would have been. But yeah, really, really enjoyed it. It was really just good, sweet comedy.
So that could be the pick of the week, really, on the
actually, before you say that, have you seen The Man from Toronto?
No, not yet.
With Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. I watched that last night, and it was brilliant, man. Just dead easy to enjoy, really easy to switch off to. It felt really familiar because it's an action comedy. You know those buddy comedies, they all feel the same. They feel a bit familiar, but in the right way. And nothing was too... They didn't do anything that had been done too many times before. You know what I mean? It was just like...
Was it missing The Rock, though?
No, not really. They got Woody Harrelson doing a fantastic job, playing really well with Kevin Hart, who was really, really funny in it. I have to say, it was brilliant.
I'll check that out. Then
it was a good my recommendation of the week. If you've got like a spare couple of hours and you want to watch a decent, comedy.
Cool. Martin, so Elvis was fun. Not seen it yet. Jurassic was okay. More of a best of. I actually saw Jurassic World on Friday. Went to see it.
Which world is this? With what's the new one? Dominion.
Dominion. There we go. Dominion.
Do you know what? On holiday to Dominion Republic and like.
Yeah. Do you know what? I enjoyed it.
Okay.
People are saying it's terrible. I'm like, it's got the old casting. It's blended in.
Do you not think though? The older we get, that we're being more discerning about things, depending on what mood we're in.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I sit down and watch. I'm not in the right mood to watch it, and I just think I'm really not going to enjoy it. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but I should have done that with Doctor Strange because I really didn't get on with it, man. The new Doctor Strange, it came out last week. So on Wednesday, when I finished work, Joe went to bed and I watched the last Obi-Wan, and then I had just enough time to watch Doctor Strange as well. And I was very underwhelmed, man. A lot of big ideas in there and some really interesting things separately. But just didn't. I don't know what it was, man. It didn't work for me. Have you guys seen it yet?
Yeah. Saw it at cinema. Yeah.
What did you think?
I wasn't that bothered about it either. I think the trouble was for me. Now, I looked at it from a point of view that if people had gone in and watched it, I think I said this at the time, and they hadn't seen WandaVision, they'd just be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
They've kind of
definitely.
crossed the thing of they used to bring a movie out, you didn't need to have seen all the other stuff, and they've crossed that thing now where you've got to watch everything. So you're like,
well, you don't have to. You can make a choice not to, but it makes more sense if you do. Because all of a sudden, spoiler alert, in this one, you got Wanda, who's a bad guy. So if you haven't seen the last one, look where we left her in the last Avengers movie. She was on the good guys team, right?
Yeah.
And then the whole WandaVision goes through explaining that she goes a bit crazy over the loss of vision and constructs a whole reality that nobody can get inside, and it's really messed with her head. So yeah, I think you do. I think it would make more sense to watch it.
Yeah.
She was the best thing in it.
Just get up with these comments. Remember, so Ryan being interviewed and he wanted it to be like a TV. So maybe they do more episodes if it works. All right, I see. Okay.
I thought it was cool, man. I thought it was cool. Do you know what it reminded me of? Remember that old Pink Panther cartoon where he can't sleep because there's a fly in his house, and he starts trying to do karate on the fly, and it's very much like that. It was cool.
Yeah. Binge watch Academy.
Umbrella Academy. I've seen the first one, but I've got to watch that with my missus, so we're watching it at our own pace.
Bobby Blythe's coming in strong with watched the original Willow the other day. Did you like it, Bobby? Have you seen it? Have you seen it before, Bobby? Great film. Great film.
I haven't seen Willow since it came out, since I was a kid.
They're releasing, all you soundtrack fans out there, they're finally releasing the full score to Willow. It's coming out soon. Just a bit.
Is that John Williams then?
No, it's James Horner.
Okay.
Oh, John Williams, actually. News of John Williams. Indiana Jones is going to be his last film.
Yeah, he's retiring, isn't he? Yeah. He's very old, though, isn't he? 95 or
90,
something?
Yeah.
90. Jeez.
So what a great movie to end your career on.
Yeah. I mean, one of the best things, I know it's, slightly jumping ahead, but one of the best things about Obi-Wan was the music. Because that was John Williams.
The theme was John Williams, wasn't it?
Yeah, the theme was, but they took like motifs from the original, reworked them and stuff, and I thought it was quite cool.
Martin, boys.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I'm numb, man. I'm numb. Bring it on. You could literally show anything you wanted in a TV show, and I don't think I'm gonna be that shocked.
Yeah, I think there seems to be this thing with it all, don't they? Like, oh, this is like you're gonna all be going, what? And you watch it and go, nah, I've seen it.
Yeah. This is gonna really upset the snowflakes, and there's gonna be loads of complaints. Whatever. No,
like I'm not a kid watching this stuff who's like,
Don't get me wrong, it was pretty dark, it was pretty filthy, but that first episode with the Ant-Man scene where he jumps up the end of that guy's cock, I mean, that was worse than this one for me. Because in the background you've got that TV. Probably. Yeah, but you got so it's all at a superhero orgy, and there's all this weird stuff going on in the background, but it doesn't focus on that stuff. It doesn't really. The camera never settles on it, and it doesn't zoom in that much. It's all about what's going on in the foreground with the main actors talking and stuff. So I didn't think it was that bad, man. But
I mean, seen worse, haven't we, at college, Webb?
Yeah, man, we have. I think, yeah.
I mean, you went to Berkeley College in Leeds. You've already seen all that kind of stuff,
Going back, right? Honestly, the first thing that ever made me go, "Whoa, that's a bit beyond." How have they got that past the censors? The first thing I ever watched that really made me think about that was South Park the movie.
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Yeah, when that came out, and I was so shocked that they managed to get away with it. But now they've done it. Think about what happened after that with things like Team America and the puppet sex scene and all the times. I mean, the boldest thing they did in the South Park movie was make Saddam Hussein Satan's boyfriend. Just to show him up, and I think that's really bold political satire in it. It's like proper in your face, proper on the nose. But apart from that, I mean, bring it on, offend me.
I'll tell you what else I watched. I finally saw Top Gun.
Did you like it?
The new Top Gun?
Brilliant. Honestly,
Okay. I mean, I just
absolutely. I went in thinking, how good is this going to be? They're all banging on about it being amazing. Watched it, loved it. Entertaining.
I just
It's
cannot
extraordinary.
see a world where I enjoy this movie, but
You're gonna.
I'm gonna watch it.
No,
I guarantee you'll love it. But you need to go watch it on big screen, Webb.
I can't be asked.
Come on.
It's really extraordinary. Tom Cruise is he's amazing.
Okay.
We're going to say something, but I don't want to spoil it for you. It's
All
like you could actually. No, I can't say it. It doesn't matter.
Is Goose in it?
Yeah.
There's Tom Cruise, and then there's like jets and stuff.
Oh, you spoiled it, Gary.
Oh, Jesus, Gary.
No, sorry, we apologise.
Oh, unbelievable.
Ruined it.
No, I'm expecting a jet or two, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like my kind of thing. But then again, all the people I've read reviews on it by have said the same thing. I thought this was going to be absolute shit, but
it's when it starts and the music kicks in. It's got you. The sons of bitches have got you. You're like, oh, I remember this music.
I don't even remember what music. What was the Top Gun music?
The Top Gun anthem.
Take my breath away.
No, it comes on. It goes.
Eye of the Tiger.
No, forget it. Oh, I managed to watch the Rocky versus Drago thing as well. You know, the director's cut. So last week.
You're watching a lot, man. Your eyes must be sore.
Finally got down and watched it all because I said I'd watch Top Gun finally, didn't I? Last time we spoke. So I don't
think I'm going to go see it at the movies. The next one I want to watch is really. It's really sad.
Yeah.
But I really want to watch the new Sandra Bullock one with my missus because I got the feeling she's going to like it. If it looks a bit like Jumanji, that sort of thing. I just want a bit of fun, nice popcorn movie.
Bobby Blythe had Top Gun soundtrack on tape.
Well, Top Gun and Jumanji pretty much have the same script, so
same amount of jet fighters in them.
Yep.
We're going to call it Jet Fighter Manji, and then the thought that doesn't make sense.
That's a terrible name.
Terrible title. I just found this as well before we came on. A bit of a
coming out later this week. I cannot wait to stick this in my eyeballs, right in my ear holes.
July 1st, isn't it? When's that?
July the 1st. That's like Friday, isn't it?
Oh, good.
Gary, have you caught up with this yet, man?
No, I have not.
Is it not your thing, buddy?
You know, I've never seen an episode of Stranger Things.
What? Not?
I mean,
right on earth not? No, seriously. Like, what's the problem? Is it just something you don't think you'll be interested in, or
is it too scary?
I'll probably watch it. I'm sure I'll watch it at some point.
I can confidently say that if you watch 3 episodes of it, you'll just have to watch the rest of it. But the season 4 is a fucking ass kicker, dude. Yeah, man, look at this. You're getting
Martin,
some hate.
I'm not going to use your name.
Come on, you spoiled Top Gun.
Yeah, man. You know what? You may as well have lied and said, "Yeah, I've seen Stranger Things," and then we can say, "Gary, what's it all about?" And you give us your synopsis of what you think.
So, Stranger Things is about 4 children that battle this alien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that it? 4 seasons.
Yeah,
that's about it. Yeah. But the thing is, every episode, the alien shapeshifts into different people.
Right. It's clever. I like it.
Good.
So the kids,
Robin Williams is Maverick. Wow.
I have one. I actually have a question for you both again.
Oh, another question. You're full of questions.
Can you throw it out to the audience as well?
Mr. Quizzical.
Yes. If you're playing Jumanji, you roll the dice.
Yeah.
And something comes out of the game board. What's the last thing you would want to come out of the game board?
Well, you mean what kind of creature am I most terrified of?
Anything.
For me, a giant fucking, not even that giant, a small one, a medium-sized one even. Any kind of spider that has a potential to kill me, but is the right kind of spider that creeps me out. You know, spiders have that twitchy way of moving that just creeps you out. And then all of a sudden just fucking run. They just run at you. If a spider popped out that Jumanji board, I'd be pretty fucking terrified, I have to say. What about you, Lummy? Sharks, right? If a shark popped out, you'd shit yourself.
Yeah,
You don't
but
like
it'd
sharks?
die, wouldn't it? Because it won't bring water with it, would it?
It'd probably have a good go at chomping your nads off first before it drowned.
Don't know about a shark.
what-
Was Bobby Blythe, Mr. Blobby. It's a lot of Bobby Blythe, Blobby. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
that's a difficult one to say. Blobby Blythe. Blobby Blythe.
Martin, Jumanji creature, Donald Trump. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we know what happens when people get mentioned on this bloody show, though.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I think your show sucks. I hate you all. I hate this program. I never watch it. I only come on when I'm mentioned. You're all shit. Go to hell.
Fake news. I call it fake news.
I don't know. Actually, it's a bit of a
Well, is there anything you like irrationally terrified of? I'm scared of sharks, but I'm never going to go in the fucking sea where there are sharks.
I was thinking more along the lines of something annoying, like somebody where you think, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Gary. Gary popped out the Jumanji.
Yeah.
Board.
2 Garys. What about 2? Oh, like,
paradox.
Having questions.
The Gary docs.
The multiverse.
Yeah. What about you, Gary? Let's throw it around on you.
The cast of the Brady Bunch. Like if I rolled the dice and all the Brady Bunch came out, that'd be pretty terrifying.
Yeah, okay.
Or Hitler.
Yeah, but Hitler, he won't have anybody with him. You could deck Hitler. He's a soft shit, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
got
if
his
some
army
sort
with
of
him,
H.R. Geiger alien penis boob thing popped out, that'd be pretty crazy as well. I don't know if you've ever seen any H.R. Geiger?
That's a movie that needs to happen now.
Well, he designed the alien from Aliens, but he's also got a lot. If you ever see any of his paintings, they're absolutely crazy. They're like porno for aliens.
Yeah.
And they're pretty terrifying. So, yeah, something like that. Some vagina with teeth popped out of the board. That'd probably be a bit.
Have you seen the movie Teeth?
Yeah, I have. Vagina dentata. Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy film.
We've got a good one. Twins from The Shining.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the twins. If they popped out, I'd probably just want to shake their hands and go.
Oh, we know Gary would be all right with Danny DeVito. He'd love it.
I love Danny DeVito.
I bet you can't wait for that new movie, can you?
They're actually I heard they're gonna remake Matilda, but Danny DeVito is playing everyone.
Oh, actually, speaking of Matilda, that's had controversy this week, hasn't it? With Emma Thompson wearing a fat suit, when all these people have gone, you can't wear fat suits anymore because it's body shaming. You're like, oh, fuck off.
Oh, so they're all right with Emma Thompson sitting at home eating loads of cupcakes until she's really fat and then doing it like bloody, one of them method actors.
I mean, what do you think about this? I mean,
make your minds up.
If people start getting bothered about what people are wearing now in films, it's because it's going to be, I mean, you'd have to be cast as the exact same body type in every film you were in. Like,
I don't know, man.
You're a pound overweight.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
But then again, when you see people still holding on to that type of comedy, a la Coming to America or The Pentaverate with Mike Myers, it's fucking dated, isn't it?
Yeah. But this isn't that comedy. It's not for comedic purposes, is it? It's the character in the book, innit, that's described as a big, hefty, shot-putting woman. It's not like...
I mean, if The Nutty Professor came out today, would they cancel Eddie Murphy for being in makeup and being...
Do you know what? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
They'd probably go, you can't do that because you're saying that you've got to be thin to enjoy your life.
I don't know. I'm getting lost in all this sort of stupidity. I'm getting lost in the complaining. I'm getting lost in the moaning and who's actually offended. Because for all the times I read that so-and-so was offended by this, they never tell you who was offended, and it's just an article on the internet. So are people really offended, or is it just
Twitter people were offended?
Is it people just clicking? Is it just clickbait, man?
I mean, I don't know. You do always think there's bigger fish to fry, and then literally,
I do think there's bigger fish to fry, but those fish shouldn't be wearing those fat suits.
Yeah.
Those big fish. I think it's disgusting.
That's something to be terrified of. Fish coming out of the Jumanji board with a fat suit on.
Yeah, I think that is terrifying.
Yeah, but each their own. Whatever people want to get pissed off about.
You got to remember, we're old and we've seen it all, and it's different for us. And you know what I mean? We've been to that point where if something offended you, just fucking switched it off and watched something else. Watch it till the end and wait to get more offended.
That seems to be a thing that people don't understand, isn't it? You can just not watch this shit.
Yeah, or even more than that, you could get maybe get brave enough to watch the thing till the end and see if they explain themselves like a lot of these comedians are doing. So the last Ricky Gervais and the last Dave Chappelle specials have got a lot of heat for offending people, certain groups. They actually explain it in the set. Do you know
It's
what
not
I
good
mean?
enough though for a lot of these people, is it? You know,
Well, it's not going to be if you're only watching 30 seconds of it going, that's
or
offensive.
even better, not watching it all, just jumping on the bandwagon and going, I'm offended by.
I just wonder
by Top Gun because he flies a plane upside down.
We've got different levels of what offends us. For me, Love Island is about as offensive as you can get. Watching people who are desperate to be famous, people who are desperate to make money, do nothing for no reason.
And it has caused suicides, hasn't it? Love Island.
Yeah, but it's still going because people are clicking on it. So we're all offended by different stuff, aren't we? I mean, I'm offended by people not putting any effort into a TV show. But I do wonder what these people watch. Because everything must be offensive. If you're going to get offended by some, I don't know. It's only certain things that people find offensive in it, but it's very self-centered in it in a way because they'll probably watch some of the other people will find offensive. You can't win in any of this stuff because it's always people's sensibilities, isn't it? It's like you're saying with The Boys, you watch that and you kind of go, I've seen stuff like this before, but some people will watch that and go, oh my God, it's the most shocking thing I've ever seen in my life. I do see a lot of comedy that's okay. Last week I watched Philly Wang Wang. I don't know if you've seen that yet. A comedy special on Netflix by Phil Wang, right? And he's a good comedian. He's quite funny.
I've seen his stuff. Yeah.
He was on a season of Taskmaster. I've never seen his stand up, and he was on an episode of a podcast that I listened to. So I thought, I'll check his special out. And what I noticed about it was, if anybody else had been doing that kind of comedy, it would have been offensive because he's Asian and white, and he makes jokes about that. He's mixed race, he's Asian and he's white, so he gets the best of both worlds. Yeah, he gets to say whatever the hell he likes about anybody from Asia because his heritage is from there. So it's quite interesting. It's like those people can stand there and say, "Come at me, get offended. Let me tell you why you're wrong." And that's what Dave Chappelle tried to do that went so badly for some people when he said at the end of his show, I don't really care if you're offended, but let me explain myself. I'm paraphrasing here. I kind of understood what he was trying to say. Didn't make it right. But for me, the worst parts of his special weren't anything to do with offensive. It was to do with, I would make a really good point about something and then he'd throw it away with a really shit joke. Those were the bits that annoyed me, not who he was trying to offend or who he was trying to upset. It wasn't any, it's just, I don't know. But I tell you, Ricky Gervais has got a point, and most of these comedians that are edgy have a point, which is, but woke comedy fucking sucks. It sucks. If it's not edgy, then, Rowan Atkinson said something about it the other day. I read a little snippet of an interview with him, didn't he? Where he said, the thing is about comedy is it's meant to be like that. It's meant to be picking at someone. You're meant to be picking at the stupid person in the room or the smart person in the room or whoever. It's always got to have a target, so.
It should, didn't he say it should be offensive? Should always be offensive.
Yeah, it should be offensive. But that's where the argument, that is very much his generation's argument. If you look at people like John Cleese and Rowan Atkinson that have spoken up at it.
Do you know what the funny thing is about that? Rowan Atkinson doesn't really do offensive comedy.
Well, I don't know. If you think about Blackadder and the amount of jokes he makes about people being stupid.
I'm thinking of his recent stuff more, like Mr. Bean and this Man versus Bee and that. You couldn't ask for more of a gentler type of comedy, really. He's not, the butt of the jokes is who he's playing. It's not really.
But he makes the butt of the joke himself in those. Mr. Bean is the butt of the joke. So when he's getting dressed on the beach and he has to put the towel around himself because there's a person on the beach and it's England, we don't just whip our clothes off on the beach. I don't know if you've seen this sketch, Gary, but it's almost silent sketch of him getting ready on the beach. He's trying to get his trousers off and his pants off under this towel. And right at the end of it, the guy he's trying to hide from all the way through stands up and gets a white stick out and walks away. The guy was blind and he'd done all that for no reason. And you know what I mean? The joke's on him. But uniquely, you're completely sympathetic to Mr. Bean as well because he's really sad. He's really lonely. You know what I mean? Do you remember that one where it's New Year's Eve and he has a New Year's Eve party and all his friends change the clock because they want to get out of there?
Yeah.
So by 12 o'clock, it's actually like 9 o'clock and Mr. Bean goes to bed and he can still hear them all partying. He's the sad character. It's quite like, it's at face value, it's really, I don't know, really boring or really.
Got more Bobby Blatt
know.
Afterlife of Ricky Gervais. Some find them. Yeah, people do. You know, it's like, you know.
But isn't that the job of the comedian? There's a line, but the job for the comedian is to go above the line.
And isn't it funnier the more offended people get?
Yeah.
When you're watching somebody really blustering about something, it's kind of funny to watch them lose their mind over something trivial. So when you've got somebody like Ricky Gervais, he makes it his mission to deliberately offend. Yeah, but he's also a little smarter than that. He will explain why he's offending people. He will say what he doesn't really mean it. It's irony. It's a joke. I'm on stage. It's my job. You know what I mean? But then he can't help him. He's like a naughty schoolboy, isn't he? He just can't help himself.
Yeah.
And I always think it's that you know what you're getting as well. It's not like these are new comedians. If you don't like his stuff, don't fucking watch it. It's as simple as that. But certainly don't watch it, but also don't moan about it. There's no need. Just let them do it. It's like, what is the problem? Really, is it gonna?
But the thing is, right? A few years ago, well, maybe more than a few years ago. I'm showing my age. If you were going to moan about something like that, you would moan in your own house or at school or at college to a few select people. Now people feel vilificated. Is that the right word? Vilified, because they're going online and they're putting it out there and they're going, I am really offended. Boof, send. Internet knows I'm offended now.
Yeah.
I mean, surely I have the right to go, I don't really care what you're offended by.
Big Dong 69 says, I'm offended by penis jokes.
Yeah. I mean,
anything can offend anyone. I mean, even if it's a clean joke. I mean,
I'm offended that you said I could be offended, Gary, about that statement.
I think it's offensive.
I'm sure someone that has watched Mr. Bean has been offended. I mean,
I find it difficult to believe.
Some people watch Mr. Bean and think, hang on, that's aimed at me because I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
If you tell a joke to 100 people, I guarantee one of those people are going to be offended. You can't please everyone.
Yeah. And to find the right clean joke that's funny and appeals to the masses, that's what people have been trying to do for years. And if it were that easy, they wouldn't have to tell stupid jokes, would they? They wouldn't have to offend people.
Mr. Bean headbutts the Queen.
That one is very offensive.
Yeah.
It's offensive to Mr. Bean.
So what are the things that offend you both? Like, well, what really offends you both?
Nothing.
Absolutely.
You on the show, Gary. That offended me. They all outvoted me.
Yeah.
No, man, I don't really get offended easily, but I guess people who do get offended would argue that that's because of who I am, or because white privilege, or because I'm a man, or because of something. I don't think
guys,
it is.
New viewer.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Arnav. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's offended by something, but I just think, honestly, after 40 years of cramming culture into my eyes through the television, through movies, and watching everything.
Your eyes?
Yeah, into my eyes.
I thought you said your ass.
No. I've watched everything that people consider to be offensive for years.
Yeah,
years and years.
Gary, not watching Stranger Things offends us.
That is a weird one, I have to say, Gary.
Come on, Gary.
I mean, yeah.
You're offensive.
I don't know what the problem is there, mate.
I think it's funny that you've put your name as Big T Moore and he's not on tonight.
Well, of course he's not, because I'm Big T Moore and I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe so.
But yeah, let's put a pin in that. Fuck it. Who cares if people are offended? I'm sorry if you're offended. Before
we get onto the Obi-Wan chat, then you've been buying, haven't you, Webb? Again, you've been buying.
Hey, this was a gift. This was a Father's Day gift.
Oh, right.
I recommend, guys,
what have you got?
If you want to get ahead in life, you want to get a decent Lego collection, get yourself a good wife, like my wife. Look what she got. Look what she got me. Check this out. Oh, what's that? What's that?
Of a mode.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at the interior.
That lights up, the flux capacitor lines up. They're the different faces that you've got as well. If you turn their heads around, you've got one with his angry face.
I've got to say, it looks good.
It is really good. It was a nice model to build.
Great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
There's a shot of the box, but it's the other way around. Flip it around.
Ah, never mind. I can't win them all. But yeah, that's it. That's the Lego DeLorean. So I'd said to my wife, she's the one who's
on your wife.
She's got the she's the one with the Lego account, so she gets the newsletters and stuff. And I've never actually signed up for it, but I could not get hold of this thing. Every time I went to the Lego shop, out of stock on the store. So I said, just do us a favor and click the notification. And if by any chance in the next few months you get the email or you get a notification that it's in stock, just grab it and we'll sort it out. I'll find a way.
Wife, find a way.
And she just came back and said, I got you it. I was like,
Webby, does your son play with Legos, Robin?
Yeah, he's got loads of Lego, man.
Besides Robin, does anyone else call you Daddy?
No,
I knew there'd be a weird question coming up. I just knew it.
It's a bit weird. I think we get turned on by different things, Gary.
Human Centipede, not a good watch.
Oh, I've never seen it.
I've seen it. It was not good.
Gary's in it.
Yeah.
Gary wrote it.
Has Gary not sold the piano today?
You know what? If this guy spent a little time touching himself and a bit more time selling pianos, he might sell a piano.
Do you ask all the people in the shop these questions when they come in and they're like, I won't be buying a piano today because your salesman just asked me what I love to sniff.
The customer comes in and they go, this piano is beautiful. And I'm like, what do you like to squeeze?
Yeah. Do you like squeezing pianos?
Oh, geez.
I love to squeeze.
Yeah, I can imagine you talking people out that are ready to spend £200,000 on a piano. You talk them out of it.
Makes me high.
Tomahawk bike make me high.
Makes me high too, man. Makes me high too.
Makes us all high. We're all high. We're all high.
Is that a special type of weed or something?
You lucky devil.
Bobby, try this Tomahawk bike. Smoke it up.
Oh, these.
Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, it's a good one. I've got a nice little collection growing. Yeah.
Collection. Oh, French, is it?
Yeah, French for collection.
I get all my Lego imported from France. I have a collection.
Collection.
Chris,
right. Well, we can't hold off any. I can hold off once. I'll tell you. Look what I got. Stay Puffed. I think it's lager.
Marshmallow flavour lager.
Got no idea. I'm going to try it live on the show. If I throw up everywhere,
it's real good.
Let's see. You ready?
Marshmallow lager.
Cheers.
What if he explodes?
That tastes a little bit marshmallowy.
Does it?
Gotta say.
Where did you get that from?
He made it.
Terry got me. She got me the other day. She got me. It was a bit of a
birthday gift.
Yeah, a bit of a.
Happy birthday, big guy.
Street. Yeah.
How old are you this time?
I can't tell you.
I bet you're a year older than last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Chris, I have a question.
You're Gary's brother.
Yeah. Chris, we know you do a ton of impressions, but can you do an impression of a bicycle?
A bicycle?
Yeah.
Where's your pervy question that's going to come after that, Gary?
We're losing viewers. We need to get a bicycle.
Gary, did they let you smoke weed at work? What's going on here?
They don't let him. He just does it. He's got it in the piano top, and he just gets a doobie out and starts smoking.
I make the whole piano into a giant
Hang on. And I've seen what did the literally say at the Land broker? What's in the plot?
Gary, I think we found your fucking soulmate.
This is your get talking with Gary, Arnav.
It's me in the multiverse.
Oh, I tell you what, just going back to that Doctor Strange, I think that's my problem. Do you have to give a fuck about the multiverse to enjoy this stuff? Because I really don't. I think they're spending a little bit too much time in it, and I don't know. I just feel like there's plenty of stories in the comic book canon that they haven't told yet that are set on Earth or set just out of Earth in space. But this multiverse shit, to invent a character that can jump from multiverse to multiverse just because you've invented a multiverse and you need something to tie it in, I just think it's a bit fucking stupid.
So, good segue.
Yeah.
Talking of stupid. Let's talk Obi-Wan. Right, who's seen it on the chat? Let us know. Let us know what you think. What are our thoughts first of all on Obi-Wan? What do you think? Come on, Webb. I know you didn't mind it, so.
Do you know what? Surprisingly, I didn't. I didn't mind it, and I think that's because I had really low expectations of it. The first 3 episodes I thought were quite watchable, and even though it was messing around with the canon, who cares anymore? I mean, Jesus, I mean, that's what I think Star Wars fans need to. That's their version of being offended.
Yeah.
They need to get over it and realize it's happening. So either you check out now and you say, right, I've just watched my last Star Wars because I can't go through this heartache anymore, or you just embrace it and say, who cares? Who cares? You know, what they've done effectively by Obi-Wan, doing Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think, is they've got to go and re-edit A New Hope, well, the original trilogy, actually, and take out a couple of lines that don't make any sense, that make it seem like Leia and Obi-Wan have never met before, or, you know, all that sort of stuff. Because they clearly met, because they had a little adventure together when she was 10, and, you know what I mean?
I mean, looking at it, there's sloppy lines that they've put in to try and cover it, like at the end where he goes, we must act like we've never met before if we speak to each other again or something. He says that at the end of episode.
Oh, yeah.
In here before he went on shuttle, and you're like, just don't say, it's getting a bit weird.
Yeah, I guess it is a weird one. I mean, I honestly didn't expect Leia and Luke to be in it. I thought it was going to be more of a separate story about Obi-Wan maybe fighting some space pirates or, like, I don't know, some lizards. But they were in it a lot, man.
Well, I mean, they're on about Series 2 as well, aren't they? They've said they're
now that is completely unnecessary, because they've got away with it once, just barely, and they threw a couple of Darth Vader fights in there to keep your eyes boggling. Like, oh my gosh, look, we're watching another lightsaber fight. And I think they've already pushed it that far, you know, for him to effectively win. I don't want to spoil it. I don't know who's...
You can spoil it. We'll do spoilers because we're going to have to.
Spoilers, guys. We're going to have to. But yeah, to effectively to have Obi-Wan win the fight and walk away and realize that Anakin is dead, and now it's, you know, as he walks away, he's like, "See you later, Darth." Yeah, I think the kind of, I don't know. I don't need to see another series of it. They got away with this one. It was all right. There was.
Why didn't he kill him? Why didn't Obi-Wan kill him?
Because he's a Jedi. They don't really do that, do they? Yeah. But I'll tell you what I did notice. In that battle, on that whatever that planet is where they were throwing rocks at each other, Obi-Wan's force powers were like the strong. They were like Darth Vader level strong. It was ridiculous. They were throwing fucking mountains at each other.
They had all the rocks.
Why didn't they? Yeah. That's the bit that gets me that's completely out of canon. Is why is there such a decline in his force ability when he becomes an old man? And
maybe in Series 2 they'll shoe on all that.
I don't. Yeah, it's a bit
You'll
like
get force amnesia. You won't be able to remember how to do it.
Yeah, they do need to get the shit together, don't they? Or do they? People are still watching it. Everybody said, you know, from what I've read, they've really enjoyed it.
I think you're right. You have to just let go of the canon, but it's a bit worrying when these people are writing it, though, aren't they? And not kind of paying attention to themselves. You think, who are these people writing this? At least try and make it make sense. If you're gonna, it's all supposed to be tied in. It's weird. If they were about 2 characters you never heard it doesn't matter, does it? You think,
yeah.
That's why that Andor series, you kind of think that might be okay because they don't really have to have anybody from the original films in it. It can be its own thing. You know, they'll have what's her face in it, Mon Mothma and people like that, but they'll be side characters anyway, so he can go off and do what he wants. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one looks quite interesting, to be honest. I mean, I'm never going to say that I'm not going to watch the latest Star Wars thing because I might. It's up to me, isn't it? You can do what you want. If you don't want to watch it because you.
The worst thing they did in this series, though, that I think everybody agrees on, was that stupid bit where he put her under his coat and walked out into the middle of the thing with all the Imperials.
It was a bit silly.
And everybody was like, what? What is this? It was weird. And the Austin Powers thing on it that came to mind.
Yeah, it was. It was really silly.
Yeah.
So the first bad episode for me, the really bad one, the stinker, was episode 4. That's when I started going, what?
Which one was that? Was that the?
That
was the one with the trench coat, wasn't it? Where it was in the base, right?
Yeah, there were so many things in that it was the one that was the leakiest of all of them, like little springs of water pinging out all over the place, and it felt like they tried to shoehorn the plot of a whole movie into a 40-minute episode, and it felt like it were going a bit too fast. But yeah, I mean I don't know. It's just so weird. The genius of the Imperials, right? building towers in the middle of the sea that nobody can get to, unless you're Obi-Wan and you've got a little thing in your mouth and you can swim underwater, go in the underneath exit.
Then don't have any kind of protection around that, like shields or anything, because nobody dare attack the base. It's like,
and go to the really, really, really secure bit of the base where there's 2 guards. How are we going to get past all this security? We're going to the most secure sector.
That's
Like,
always that makes me laugh though with alt Star stuff, because there's always about 1 million stormtroopers in these hangars, isn't there, doing walking around, and then they go to like detention block or something. There's like a few, and like,
do they have in the Star Wars world? I think they do, but I can't remember. Don't they have closed circuit TV? Because in the most secure area of the base, you would think there'd be somebody watching a camera to see if a Jedi is going to go in and try and steal
so, wouldn't you? Yeah,
you would think so.
Yeah,
it's always convenient when they do have it. They use it in certain parts of the plot, but not when they don't. It's like
maybe they haven't invented it. Maybe they don't have it.
I don't know.
Because they had that probe droid going around the base, didn't they? Maybe that,
Yeah, absolutely useless, by the way.
Yeah.
I
can
mean,
only detect stuff if something's right.
It's right in front of it. Yeah, don't have a bloody infrared scanner or lidar or anything like that. That's what I needed. Lidar, just scan through the walls to see what's behind them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, bits of it I liked. I liked that you slowly got to see Obi-Wan regain his powers. Some of the fight scenes were excellent.
You did until he just got them all back straight away in episode 4 instead of,
No, he didn't. He slowly built up, didn't he? Because he was trying to. He did.
No, he moved that thing on the ship. He moved the little thing on the ship. He went, I'm in trouble. I can't do it. I'm in trouble. I'm straining right hard. And then next minute he went, I've done it. I can do it all back. I've got it all back. Do that.
Yeah.
And I'll hold the
also,
window
I think he needed the pressure, didn't he? He needed the catalyst for the Force powers to come back. So when he was really trying to rescue Leia from the underwater glass. Why would you put glass in it? Do you know what I mean?
Not strong glass.
Not even that strong. Like, however many, there were hundreds of meters deep in the sea. You would need like proper thick, bulletproof. I don't know.
Laser proof. Yeah.
But yeah, it just like pinged and it started to crack. And because she was running, he knew he had to stop the glass. He had no choice. So I don't know. It was kind of cool. Bits of it were kind of cool, I thought. Yeah. But it was just a strange one.
Comments. Timothy Zahn wrote, they were great, them books.
Yeah. Is he the one who did the Bounty Hunters one?
Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command. He did 3 novels. They were brilliant. Okay. He did some more after. I did some Thrawn.
So why have they never just taken those books and gone, these are actually better than what we're coming up with?
Well, it dealt with the stories as well, dealt with clones again. The Emperor was like a clone. So it actually brought the Emperor back in them books. It was a clone of him, and they had all these clones going on. It were quite good. But,
Send in the clones. Yeah, man. I mean, that lost me a bit when Palpatine came back, I have to say.
I think instead of doing Obi-Wan Series 2, they should move on to a Vader series and interaction with the Emperor and his journey to redemption.
I think you're right. I would second that. Leave Obi-Wan alone, because if we see him anymore, in about 10 years, he's going to go from looking like Ewan McGregor to looking like Alec Guinness. So if they don't give him a bit of time to get old, that next film really ain't going to make a lot of sense, is it? When suddenly he's gone from like strawberry blonde to like proper white and old in 10 years.
I mean, you do wonder whether they should have tried to, I don't know, not age him up, or maybe age him up a bit in this one. I don't know.
Oh, that would have looked horrible though. They can't get that shit right. They still can't get it right. Think about Captain America at the end of Endgame when he comes back as a little old man and you're just like, you don't look right.
I've been sat on this park bench for 80 years. What?
Yeah. I tell you where it is used to good effect. And it's the actors they chose. You know, in Saving Private Ryan, where you're looking at the old man and it zooms into his blue eyes and it zooms back out and it's Matt Damon, but his eyes are the same. That works. That works really well.
It works until you realise it was supposed to be Tom Hanks' character and they changed it, right? And he was never on the boat, Matt Damon's character, so the start makes no sense, because how can he remember being on that boat?
Fucking hell, Lummy. You have to fucking ruin everything. This is a shit show. No, I'm only kidding. I mean, ageifying people or euthanizing them. Euthanizing them? Is that the right term? Where you make
It is now. Coined it.
Oh, they've been euthanized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's getting better. The euthanization of things, you know. You think about, like...
People are killing stuff better by the day.
I thought they did a good job with Michael Douglas in the Marvel movies. He looked good. And Robert Downey Jr.
Euthanized.
Yeah, he looked euthanized. Yeah. I think everybody should get euthanized.
We'll have that as the trailer for the show.
Yeah.
I think everybody should get euthanized. Whatever the music is.
But yeah, I think whoever said that, Martin, I think he's bang on the mustard there, mate. Yeah, make it about Darth Vader. Show how he gets even more obsessed, how he worms his way up the ladder, how he, you know.
Martin's having problems with me now. Right, coming back, go just now. If you've not seen Saving Private Ryan, spoilers, yeah.
Isn't that the movie where the two kids are spies and there's Antonio Banderas?
No, it's the one with Ted Danson in the middle of it.
Okay. Speaking of which, Chris, can you do an impression of a bicycle?
Oh my God.
You asked me earlier, and no.
Can you do an impression of a television?
Excuse me. Yeah. You killed the conversation, Gary.
Well, I am going to go back to selling
How are you?
pianos.
Why
You're
start
gonna
now?
sell some pianos.
Why bother now? You never sell them any other week.
How many months do you think you got left of that place before they're like, Gary, we need to talk, right?
5 minutes, about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You've been on an internet show on your break.
Get out, sell some fucking pianos, man.
You know, when I sell, I don't just sell from here, I sell from here.
Oh.
Yeah, try selling from your balls as well.
Yeah, get your balls in it, you'll sell some.
Get your balls out.
Here's my last question to leave you with and to leave the audience with.
Okay.
Go on. Is it something good?
You can create a prequel of any movie. What would it be?
Oh, a genuine question.
Any prequel. It could be how a character came into power, or
Yeah, we know what a prequel is.
I'd like to see a prequel of Man vs. Bee.
What's the beast story? Where's it come from? Was
Where
it really a
was it,
lonely
yeah.
bee?
How did Rowan Atkinson end up getting divorced? Like, that was sad. That why we were all lonely. Yeah, but I'll think on that, Gary. I'll think on that.
We'll let you go, Gary. Then
Yes.
Don't get sacked, man. Come on. We know
Thanks,
it's a
man.
good
We won't
show.
be- we won't
We
be
do
much longer,
appreciate
Gary.
you being here, but it's not worth losing your job, man. Unless you shit at your job or you hate your job.
I love being with you guys, so that's
This is your real job.
Bobby went offline for 5 minutes. You missed nothing.
Ah, yeah, you did. Actually, that was a good time for your internet to crash.
Oh, Gary's gone.
Gary's gone. Bye.
Gary's
Bye, Gary.
gone. Right.
Well, young Gary, I don't know.
What prequel would you have then? Prequel of Big Trouble in Little China about a younger Lopan. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? Having missed out on the whole era of Indiana Jones, I'd like to see him do a movie version of a prequel of Indiana Jones.
What about
I know they've got all them stuff. I missed it all. Condense it. Stick it in a film for me. I don't need to watch
Gary.
45 episodes of it. Just like a little bit.
Hey, what's this here? Oh, missed this. Oh, well, did you notice Starkiller's lightsaber? They should do a live action.
I don't even know who Starkiller is. Who's Starkiller? Because I've heard that name like 3 times in the past week.
Starkiller's the person out of the video game, isn't he?
Ah, okay. The one played by the same actor who played the Joker in the latest, in the Gotham.
No, that's not. Hang on. No, that's Kyle something in it. Hang on.
I don't know. I haven't played the games, mate.
Starkiller was in the Force Awakens game, I think.
Isn't that what they call the base? Starkiller base?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I don't know. Oh, my God. See, we're not even qualified for this fucking job anymore. I mean, we're
qualified.
losing touch.
Tell me.
Losing touch.
Prequel, I don't know what prequel I'd pick, really.
Oh, I'll tell you what I watched last week that you'll probably have seen that we haven't talked about was that 10-minute Ghostbusters thing with Ivan Reitman and the other writer, Gil Kane. What's he called? The young guy.
Oh, the thing where they talked about upcoming projects.
Yeah. Jason Reitman, sorry, not Ivan Reitman. Yeah, where they give you a little taste of what's coming from Ghostbusters. There's a couple of animated shows coming and a new game and
New film.
New film. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think they'll do with that? Do you think Winston's in charge?
It's difficult to say, man. I have a little bit of an inkling that it might end up getting shit again because Afterlife really was that. See it once, you don't need to see it again. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Ghostbusters, how many times have you seen that movie? There's so much longevity.
Yeah.
And Afterlife, as much as I wanted it to be like that, and when I came out of seeing it, it really, really, really blew my mind. First time I saw it. Couldn't wait to see it again. But then slowly over the months, while I was waiting for it to come out, I started thinking, is it really as good as I thought? And then when I watched it again, I have to say, I switched off halfway through. I didn't switch the movie off, but my brain switched off and I picked up my iPad. I don't know. So I don't know. I expect it's called Firehouse, isn't it? Or Fire. So it's going to be set in New York, Ghostbusters Incorporated territory, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
With the kids from the last movie who've now grown up a bit, just finished college. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, it's interesting to say that before Ivan Reitman died, Jason Reitman and this other guy went to see him and pitched the next 15 years of Ghostbusters and what they planned on doing with it, and he was super excited. Now, I don't know. What do you think?
An interesting thing to me is that they skipped over the years in between Ghostbusters 2 and Afterlife. They didn't really say. They kind of said, didn't they? There hadn't been a ghost sighting for all that time, and I think that was an error because where the new ghost's going to come from? It's always
there has to be another event, doesn't there?
It does, but then you think, well, that's not a business that can keep going. So do they have to wait for an event every time? You want to kind of see them out doing routine busts, doing stuff, and
yeah, and I guess because it's the last one, Afterlife, set in the modern world where people have got phones and they can just pick it up. All the ghosts appearing on the street, for example. You can't tell me somebody sat in a cafe watching a ghost pop up in the main street, didn't get their phone out. So if there's loads more stuff on the internet about it, then how does that affect the Ghostbusters? Because nobody believes the Ghostbusters, do they, in the first movie? They just don't believe them. They're like, you're talking shit. There's 3 people that have seen a ghost. And
by the second one they did, though, didn't they, I think? I can't. The second one starts, doesn't it? And they don't believe them anymore. They're like, oh, you.
No, and then the second one starts and people have forgotten already what happened a few years back and they're relegated to doing kids' parties and being accused of being frauds.
Yeah.
So... yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And they're out of business because there's no ghosts anymore, and so I guess they've kept the theme of that. But I kind of think, well, why didn't they just keep it where there would still been Ghostbusters, and then he died in the film? You could have still had that. It wouldn't have changed the film. They could have said he went off. He had a big theory about Gozer, and he went off and did his own thing, and we didn't kind of go with him. Which you kind of think when you're watching that, and that doesn't really wash, does it?
Do you know, I honestly urge people who are watching to go back and watch that video that Rich did on Ivo Shandor, because that's what they fucked up, I think. They brought him into it, but they barely mentioned him, and then he just got killed off he was already dead, and his casket was inexplicably in the middle of this fucking mine. How did that get there? What? How had it been there for all that time? I don't know.
We've got some interesting questions popping up. Do you believe in ghosts? Ooh.
No, I don't, I'm afraid. I don't. I like the idea of them. I like I don't know. Any person that's ever told me they've seen a ghost is either nuts or lying.
I think that
go on.
Sometimes strange things happen. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call? That's what I think. No, I'm a bit... We worked at the cinema. We had a lot of ghost encounters at that cinema. But we
were young and stupid.
But some unexplained stuff happened there, and I can't to this day explain it.
Mate, what I can explain about that is that we worked with a lot of wind-up merchants.
No, me and Dave Jones under that cinema, under that screen.
Crazy boys. Nah, yeah, maybe so. Listen, there are what I know for a fact is a lot of stuff that I'm too stupid to explain. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that ghosts and angels are flying around everywhere. And
we're getting on with some good stuff.
I've had some spooky encounters, man, but I've never...
talk spooky encounters. Let's do it.
What have I? I've always been pissed when they happened. I've had
I've got-
feelings.
I got pushed downstairs by a ghost. No offense.
I got pissed and a ghost nicked my doner kebab.
And my
Find it
wallet.
anywhere.
And then the wallet were outside on the street with some sick.
I honestly, I wish these things were true, but I have a sneaking suspicion that after, like, again, and I'm nicking this off Ricky Gervais. In his last special, he does this thing about all these people that watch these Ghost Watch UK programs. They've been doing them for 30 years. Never seen a ghost. Nobody's ever seen a fucking ghost. Ever. Nobody's ever seen one. Nobody's ever fucking come close to seeing one. And they'll hear a noise and they go, oh, wait a minute, what was that? Oh, it's just that guy is over there.
Look at this. Hang on, Bobby's
I
got a
don't
great
know.
thing. Okay. My ex-girlfriend used to walk under street lamps and they'd go off. Seriously.
Ooh.
Psychic abilities.
Yeah, I'm glad you split up with her, Bobby. She sounds too psychic.
Is that the? Did she never have any good ideas? Is that the opposite? You know, in cartoons where they go, "Bing," they got an idea. Just walking under and just getting like
Some
no
shit
idea.
ideas. Yeah, definitely things that can't be explained. There's a couple of people, one or two, and Rich isn't one of them. Rich has got a couple of ghost stories, but I think they're absolute horseshit. No offense, Gittins. Love you to bits. But a couple of people that I slightly trust, have had encounters. But I don't think, for me, that's fine. I hope you're right. But what I'm saying is at 43, I want to see one for myself. I'm a skeptic, so show me something and show me some compelling evidence.
Come on, Bobby, what's your encounters? Let us know. What anybody else in comments as well. I want to know what these encounters were. There were a thing today. A guy reckons he's found Loch Ness Monster as well on a video. He went, "This is it," and it's like somewhat underwater, like it always is. Like,
they haven't got the technology right yet. I've been watching a lot of archaeology stuff recently because they've got this new LiDAR technology. And that's the second time I've mentioned LiDAR. But basically, they're going to places they've been millions of times, like the pyramids.
Yeah.
And they're scanning them with this new technology and they're finding new stuff, but the technology ain't quite there yet. It shows there's a crevice or a hole but they can't get to it without the fucking pyramid falling down. But so I'm quite fascinated by that. There's this one guy, explorer guy with one leg. He's in that Will Smith thing on that was on Disney Plus. Welcome to
John
Earth.
Silver.
No, he's a proper one leg, not a made-up pirate. But anyway, this guy is a proper adventurer. Like he doesn't let his lack of having a leg slow him down. He's got a proper bionic leg, and But anyway, he's a guy who's been to places like Peru, and he's scanning the jungle from a helicopter, and then he puts the program into the computer. I don't know what I'm talking about. That sounded so. Put the program into the computer. Puts the floppy drive on. No, but then he uploads the data and removes the trees from the landscape, and you can see over like hundreds of miles where the ruins actually are under all this jungle foliage, and all of archaeologists that have been there for years are going nuts. They're like, "Oh my god, you fucking found it! It's a massive city of Mayan civilization." Yeah, so
I wonder if they can use that to find Atlantis, because that's always the one where they're like.
That's one of his programs, mate. I highly recommend. No, it's not. Sorry, that's another guy. James Cameron produced a documentary about this guy. I think he's a Mexican dude who lives in America, and he's trying to find Atlantis. And he's going by the writings of Plato. Plato went to Atlantis and was allegedly described Atlantis. And that's all they've really got to go on. So he's sort of backtracking across the Mediterranean to find where it could be. It's really, really interesting, man.
Hang on, we got a hoaxer here.
Ooh, yeah, you did.
Is that true?
Yeah, she got touched by one. What happened was she was really, really pissed that she woke up in the morning with no bra on. But there were handprints all over her.
Dirty handprints.
Dirty, ghostly handprints.
An ectoplasm.
I kissed a ghost and I liked it.
What else we got? We got some ghost stories coming in now. I thought I saw a ghost while locking up a shop in Birmingham, and I haven't run down 5 stars slamming doors behind me so fast. Once I went back and I realized someone had moved a damn mirror.
I used to, one of my ex-girlfriends Said, have you ever noticed a ghost in Three Men and a Baby? And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is before DVDs. There's video. What are you talking about? There's no ghost in it.
Oh,
yeah, there is.
yeah.
There's a ghost of a kid that hung himself and blah, 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 blah. So we put it on. And straight away I noticed what it took him years to figure out is that in the film, Ted Danson's an actor, isn't he? And he's got a cardboard cutout of himself in the room. And later on in one of the scenes, this cardboard cutout is behind like a net curtain. And it's flapping in the breeze. And I'm like, that's the fucking cardboard. I totally ruined it for us. I thought it was a ghost. I tell you what does creep me out is that the munchkin that's hanging from the tree in fucking
that's
Wizard of Oz.
That's a myth as well, isn't it?
No, but apparently the studio tried to cover it up.
No,
they was unhappy.
In my old house at night, you'd be in bed, then somebody would run up the stairs, it'd be a pause, and suddenly the bedroom door would fly open.
Oh, that's it. I'm convinced. Bobby, you've sold me.
On the entity.
See, I like a good ghosty horror. I do.
Yeah.
I just think that, I don't know, man. If you're getting stuck on Earth as a ghost, you've got to be really unlucky, haven't you? And there must be millions of them, if there are. There's probably 1,000 ghosts sat behind me right now going, you idiot. You don't know anything.
You'll see.
About ghosts.
Spook you tonight.
But yeah, I find the whole subject, aliens, archaeology, history, like ghosts, spiritualism, I find it interesting. But again, anybody that tells you the psychic.
Do you not think there's any aliens then either?
I think there's probably aliens, yeah, but they're probably too smart to come to this fucking planet. You know what I mean? I read a meme, one of those memey things the other day about it, and if aliens showed up to this planet and said, we've come to, take over your leaders, fucking go for it.
Yeah.
You can really do a worse job, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, what was that comment? I missed it.
It was just, do you believe in aliens? Yeah.
Do I believe in aliens?
What's
yeah, man.
coming out at the moment.
I don't know if I believe in them. I don't disbelieve in them because I think it's more likely that there's more life out there in the cosmos.
I'd want to see I'd want to hear the policies first before I believed in them. We believe in you
before I endorse them. Yeah. But as for whether they are malevolent or benevolent or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, what we don't know is scarier. All the stuff that's covered up by the government. I've seen some interesting UFO files that have been released.
Yeah.
And I've heard testimonies from people in the forces that have seen weird things.
What's that guy called? Bob? Is it Bob Laser or something? Laser?
Is that the guy who used to talk in tongues? He said he was a guy from another galaxy.
He said I think his hand got like blasted off by an alien laser gun or something. And he used to give all these lectures, and he'd said he'd been underground in all alien things.
Remember in the 70s, there was that guy who claimed to be able to be in contact with aliens, and he would speak in tongues and pretend to be this. I am Gravalax, the leader from Glalac, and I am the. You know what I mean? And he would just make it up on the spot, and he got like cameras on him for a bit, and then nobody believed him, and he went away. Yeah. But I don't know, man.
Scientology.
But I'm still fascinated by it all. I'm fascinated by stuff I can actually see, though. Do you know what I mean? Like the pyramids being built. Yeah, man. That's it. I might get a ghost blowy like Dan Aykroyd. Imagine that.
I was on Symphony after that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, the truth is out there.
It is.
Well, it is.
I mean, that's the Obi-Wan review. Went on a bit of a sidetrack, but is there anything else to say about Obi-Wan before we? I don't know if they need another series. I just don't. What do you think of the Qui-Gon at the end? That's the.
Well, I was waiting for it, and then it was. I knew it was going to be there.
I think he should have had a tantrum. He should have gone, where the fuck you been? Been asking for your help for past 4 episodes.
Yeah, he said, well, I've always been here. You were just looking in the wrong place and all that shit. I don't know.
Should have been looking in the middle of the desert where I just appeared.
I must be frustrated as fuck being a Jedi, because you must want to chop somebody's head off after frustrated of years of waiting for your master to show himself.
Yeah.
And then he finally does, and he gives you a little pithy line like, idiot, you're
Oh,
looking
the
in the wrong
biggest-
place.
We haven't talked about the fact that they left that, what they called, Inquisitor alive at the end of it. Who knows about Luke and Leia?
Yeah, again, that could be solved in a next series if they want to do a next series. Honestly, my opinion on Obi-Wan is the same as it is on most of this stuff. Watch it, don't watch it, enjoy it, don't enjoy it, be offended by it, don't be offended by it. Do what you want. You follow your own path. Doesn't matter. It's just stuff in it.
Just like a Jedi.
It's just stuff to keep you entertained. Fuck all that shit. Just go buy some Lego. That's a much more productive way of spending your time. And then when you try and watch Obi-Wan, but you're trying to build a DeLorean at the same time, I think you're going to find the DeLorean takes precedent. It doesn't really matter
And
what's going on the screen.
And you have forgot to get a picture. They'd announced the another Lego James Bond car, a smaller one. Did you see that?
No, I ain't got
With
the
figure. With the figure in it. Let me see if I can find it quick.
I'm hoping they're going to do some more Muppets. They can't just stop at 12. They've got to do the rest of them.
We've got here. Let me see if I can find this quickly.
But I've not heard any rumours about that stuff.
No, I don't know. They'll do a series 2, surely.
And I have to say, on reflection, by the way, this Optimus Prime on that side behind me, absolutely amazing. It looks amazing. It really does. But it doesn't hold together well when you transform it into the truck. It's a bit of a fucker. And all you have to do is just slightly touch it and it just falls apart. It's one of the least secure, but honestly, most accurate. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I love it. I keep looking at it all the time. I'm like, I think I love it. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm
gonna have to have a break. I'm gonna have to have a break from Lego till Christmas because it's expensive.
Let me grab this. Why is it not? I'm gonna have to try and put the picture up instead somehow. Hang on.
This is really interesting for people to watch.
Sorry.
If you've tuned in at this point, audience.
Just remembered. Here we go. Can I show this on here? I should be able to.
Show it up.
There you go. That works.
That doesn't look like the same car, is it?
No, it's a smaller one. That's what I'm saying.
Ah, okay. That's the Speed Champions one. So that's the okay. Did you get the other one? The big one?
No. Rob had it, didn't he, when he came on the show?
Oh, it is really small. That's cute.
You get a little figure with it.
So I'm wondering what they could do. So now they've done that, and they've seem to be making precedent for doing the small version of a car and the big version. I wonder if they're going to do the big version of the Batmobile, the classic Batmobile that came out last year.
They'll do it all. All.
That was such a cool little model. That 25 quid. Can't go wrong with that one.
I've got I got this up earlier as well. First, have a look at the last thing. It's the tickets for no, I can't find it. It's not there. Doesn't matter. I had the tickets up for the.
keeping them entertained tonight. Tickets up for what?
It was for the Star Wars celebration. It was like 160 quid for an adult ticket for 4 days.
To see what?
To go to it's in London, isn't it? This next year. You know, the big Star Wars celebration thing they do.
Yeah.
They announce all stuff. It's in London at the XL next in April.
I tell you what, that was a cool touch, by the way. Obi-Wan, just for final thought, it was really cool to have James Earl Jones back doing the voice. That was quite cool.
They're saying, though, they used a digital thing to do it.
Yeah, but they say all sorts of shit. Do you know, they said some shit about Paul McCartney. They're watching Glastonbury. I know this has nothing to do with Geek News. I was watching a bit of Glastonbury, and I thought, I'm going to watch a little bit of Paul McCartney.
I watched some last night.
To see if he's still shit or if he's any good. But then I remembered he's 80, right? And he properly went for it. And he was stood up for 2 hours playing and did everything you could think of. But then I heard these people saying, were accusing him of having his vocals dubbed over. Now I pride myself on this stuff. His singing wasn't perfect by any stretch, but that's what tells me it was live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you could tell it were live. You could.
So yeah, I don't know. I can't find it now. I've missed the last bit where they did the a few Beatles songs right at the end. So I was trying to track it down. It's not an iPlayer anymore.
John Lennon one where they put him on screen?
No, that's the bit. I mean, I turned it
it's
off.
on there.
It was
It's on
it was
YouTube.
just going on and on and on, and I thought, well, it's getting near. It's nearly 12:30, and I've got to get up.
It's on YouTube. Find it on
Is
YouTube.
it? Yeah, I'll watch the end. Yeah, because I missed that big Beatles medley and where Dave Grohl and Bruce Springsteen all came back out and all that. And
It was good. It was all right. If you like that stuff, it's good. It's fine.
yeah, it was all right. It's good to see him do "Live and Let Die." I'm a massive fan of that. In fact, there were a couple of Paul McCartney songs on there, solo songs, that I forget I actually really like. I like "Band on the Run."
Yeah,
that song didn't even give you 2 seconds to like get bored of it. It just keeps moving
because it's on the run.
Yeah, he should have done Frog Chorus.
Should have done.
For
They'd
the
love that.
Glastonbury,
Yeah, they'd have loved that.
You know
They'd
what I mean?
have
For
been like,
all them
yes.
people tripping out.
Yeah,
That
and
would have
they
been
should have like
awesome.
had a giant inflatable Rupert the Bear that he like
Yeah.
flew over the top and
Amazing.
you know. Yeah.
Imagine that. All right, I tell you what, the biggest thing is, man. Jesus,
It's like
I'm getting old because the last thing I want to do, I watch Glastonbury most of the time when it's on, just to see what bands are on that I like. But the last thing I want to do is go there. I've been there 3 times and it was fucking wonderful. But as I've got older, no desire whatsoever to go back to Glastonbury. So yeah. Don't get
Well, there
old,
you go.
kids.
You can watch it though, can't you, on YouTube?
It's a trap.
You can
Yeah,
watch
man.
it on YouTube while you have your cup of cocoa and go, I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can.
there.
Yes, I'm glad I'm not there. I'm nice and toasty warm.
I
Got my
never
slippers on.
understand when people are at these gigs and they've got the fucking phones out filming it. I don't get it. So
I
watch
don't
it
because
later,
I've done
you
it. I've done it once or twice because I thought usually it's because I'm recording it so somebody else can experience it. For example, I went to see that Tim Burton, Danny Elfman concert, didn't I? And I tried to record a couple of bits of that on my phone just to show people like you who were there, just to say, isn't this amazing? And it was amazing, but it isn't on your phone. It looks fucking shit. When are you going to watch it again as well?
Yeah.
Are you gonna? I'm not going to listen to album. No, I'm not going to watch the official live DVD. I'm going to watch this 10-minute version.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, mate.
How was your mouse? Not bad, actually. I'll recommend that. Marshmallow beer.
If you like marshmallows and you like beer, kids, get yourself
A bit of that. It's 5%, I think. Yeah, so
you're a bit
5.2. Hammered. Fucking, I'm not doing this show again. I quit. Fuck you. I always say this when I've had a few.
Smeagol's.
Yeah, have this show all to yourself. Yeah, well,
somebody needs to tell Nat that they've got internet on trains these days.
It's not
1970. Whoa. Same year.
Were you going to say it?
I did. I said it. It said, watch it back later. I said it exactly at the same time. I do believe in ghosts.
Spooky.
I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks. I do.
That's it. We just proved it live.
I got a chill.
Yeah.
Shivers.
We just proved the existence of ESP, telepathy, and ghosts.
Yeah, man. All right, our kid. Well,
right.
Yeah.
That's it. We're done.
Thank you, Gary, for all the dead air tonight. That was wonderful. Please bring back the same jokes next time. Keep trying them until they work, mate. That's how we work.
Thanks to everybody who's watched tonight. Let's go through. We got Bobby, we had Martin, we had Joanna, your missus, came in for one line. She came in, did a one-liner and buggered off.
That's her style. Yeah. When she's not buying you fabulous Lego, she's just cracking the jokes.
We had new viewer Arnav.
Arnav, nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming in. We had Roland. All right, everyone in tonight. That's nice.
Kids, don't forget this week, Only Murders in the Building comes back. You've got the finale of Stranger Things. You've got Boys. Carry on watching the Boys if you're not watching it. If you like ginormous willies and superheroes, the Boys is the one for you.
Why not? And if you like 2 versions of Obi-Wan, watch Star Wars. What else can I say? My new book's out. I'm going to plug this quick.
Oh, yeah, you got a book?
There you go. That's out. Have a look at that.
Get yourselves on Amazon.
Amazon. There you go. That's out now. And there's a little sample of what you get inside it.
Oh, I see. You can use your comedy corpse, cancelled comedy comedian as a flant pot?
Flant plot, yeah.
Flant flop.
That's why I didn't write in it.
Buddy.
So I had to put wrong stuff. That's it, though. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again for another episode. Will there be one next week? Who knows?
Who knows? Ooh, maybe if you believe.
Well, if Stranger Things finishes this week, we might be on to
Yeah,
discuss
we'll
it.
have to talk about something.
Yeah. Right.
All right, kids.
Let's say bye. We'll see you
Bye.
later. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.